Thank you. Firstly, thank you to SAMCEDA for this award. And I just want to touch very briefly about EcoFactor and some of the things that we do. EcoFactor, we're in the business of transforming how people and homes use energy. And we do it by applying smart analytics as a service to very mundane, everyday objects such as thermostats. Our solution essentially ingests data from different devices in the home, such as thermostats. We pair it with weather data. We pair it with data about how users are using our system in our app and our different places. And we use all of that to help make decisions on behalf of the user in ways that hopefully will allow them to save money while also find that balance point and still obviously keep their lifestyle and their comfort. We work with utilities, and we also work with MSOs and cable companies. So you have seen advertisement for Xfinity Home. We are the intelligence behind their EcoSaver product. One of our largest deployments today is in Nevada, where we control about 25,000 homes and 35,000 thermostats. In Nevada, we've actually taken it to a point where the utility considers these thermostats, these homes, as a resource. Essentially, they are negative demand, which is the same as supply. And so during the summer, the hottest days of the year in Las Vegas, they're able to call what are known as demand response events, which is at peak times, we can actually dramatically reduce how the thermostats use energy, which again works as a virtual power plant and devolves that energy back to the utility, saves them the cost of having to put in a peaker plant or other things. What the users get in return is the savings from the service. So if you think about how we're set up, is as great as technology is today and this plethora of Internet of Things devices that are out there and amazing technologies such as IFTT, the if this then that app, etc., they still put a lot of the burden on the user to manage them. And so you buy these devices, you set up a schedule, you make a guess about how is this best going to work for me and my family, but the minute you created it, it becomes obsolete because life intervenes, right? School, family, errands, visitors, et cetera, they tend to disturb this original intention that you had of creating a schedule for yourself and your connected devices. And so what we do essentially is that again, we're listening in the background, and we're consuming all this data about the behavior from all these devices, up to 500,000 data points per year per device. We apply data science to it, and we essentially either provide automation from the perspective of, we'll say, hey, today at 10 a.m., it may be a good time to turn up your thermostat from 72 to 73 for 20 minutes. And if the user likes that or doesn't dislike it, then we learn from that and we apply learnings and we apply that same strategy maybe the next day, et cetera. That small adjustment, that sort of small but steady adjustment of how these devices are run for you in your life result, like I said before, in $100 savings for users in Las Vegas and similar results in other places. And to me, that's an application of technology to a very big problem, which unfortunately is not very top of mind for most people. Now, I grew up in Mexico, so for me, blackouts and brownouts were just part of daily life, right? We even had a drawer where you could find the candles at night. I look at my children grow here, that were born here, and for them, and I'm sure for a majority of the people here in the audience, energy consumption is about at the same level cognitively as breathing. You don't even think about it. It's just there. There's a study by McKinsey, which is quoted a lot by O-Power, that most consumers spend about 10 minutes a year thinking about energy, which when you think about it, it's the second highest disposable income item on most people's lists. And so it's the thing that we spend the money in the most thoughtless way possible. And so we're in the business of trying to say, okay, we'll think about it for you because it's a bother. We'll just do it so you can actually get on with your life and we'll devolve some of that time to you to actually work on the important things. And so just to summarize and finish off, if you look at the motivation of why we do what we do, is obviously we are all very excited to working in this technology and this cutting edge, applying cutting edge technologies to a very significant problem, but also some good comes out of it, right? I mean, just if you think about our results, what we did in Las Vegas, this infographic tries to maybe put it in different context to say it's the same as, taking cars off the road. LBNL had this study that said that the cheapest form of energy generation is energy efficiency at 3 cents per kilowatt hour, sorry. And that's what we're in the business of providing. I kind of raced to that, so that's all I had today. I don't know if you guys have any questions or. Thank you.